Block diagram of generic microprocessor. Microprocessor is a primary functioning unit. Figure shows the detailed block diagram of generic microprocessor, that is general microprocessor. It consists of following blocks. First is arithmetic logical unit. Arithmetic logical unit, that is ALU. There are several registers in microprocessor, that is status register, temporary register, accumulator register, data or address register, a program counter, stack pointer, and instruction register. Next block is program counter. Here is program counter, instruction decoder, timing and control section, bus and buffer latches. There are two types of buses in microprocessor. First is address bus 16-bit and data bus, that is 8-bit, and interrupt control. This interrupt control. So let's discuss about ALU, that is arithmetic logical unit. This unit performs arithmetic and logic operations. This unit also performs a rotate operation. The operations in this unit affects the status register, that is all operations perform ALU that affect this register, that is status register. The result from ALU are placed in accumulator, means operation performed here and the result of operation stored in accumulator here. There are several registers in microprocessor. First is accumulator. Accumulator is 8-bit register used to store 8-bit data. In arithmetic and logic operation result in store in accumulator. Next is instruction register. This is also an 8-bit register. The first byte of an instruction is stored in this register. Next is status register. Status register is also called as flags, which consist of flip-flops that are set or reset according to data conditions in accumulator. The generic microprocessor has two flags, that are zero flag and carry flag. Next is a program counter. It is a 16-bit register containing the address of next executable instruction. It can be incremented or reset by the control section. Here is means it is reset or set by the control section. Next is stack pointer. It is also 16-bit register consisting of address of memory location called stack. Stack is a read or write memory used for temporary storage. Next are data or address registers. The data or address register is a 2-bit to 8-bit registers that can be used separately or as combined pair. Means if you use a data register and address register separately, then they both are 8-bit registers. If you can use these two registers in pair, it can be used for 16-bit data store. They are labeled as H and L. Data and address registers level is H and L, means high and low. Data is stored in these registers when used in pair. 16-bit address can also be stored. Means there are 6 registers in generic microprocessors. Accumulator instruction registers are 8-bit registers, and a program counter stack pointer are 16-bit registers. Data or address registers are separately 8-bit registers, and in pair they are 16-bit registers. Next is instruction decoder. This interprets the content of instruction register and determines exact step to be followed in executing the entire instruction. It directs the control section accordingly. It also directs the control section. Next is timing and control unit. This section receives the signal from the instruction decoder to determine the nature of instruction to be executed. Timing and control signals are sent to all parts of microprocessor. Next is address bus. The address bus is a group of 16 lines generally identified as A0 to A15. It is unidirectional bus, that is bit flow in one direction from microprocessor unit to peripheral devices. Next is data bus. Here it is 8-bit data bus. Data bus is a group of 8 bits used to flow data. It is a bidirectional bus, that is data flows in both directions between microprocessor unit and memory and peripheral devices. Means address bus is only unidirectional, means bit flows in one direction, but in data bus it is bidirectional. Next is bus, buffer and latches. Latch is a flip-flop used to store one bit of information. Information is stored into latch by enabling a buffer. Next topic is pin diagram of microprocessor 8085. 8085 chip is available in 40-pin plastic ceramic package. That is 8085 pin diagram consists of 40 pins. The pin diagram of microprocessor 8085. VCC. It is a positive power supply. Next pin is hold. Hold. It indicates that the peripheral, such as a direct memory access controller, is requesting the use of address and data buses. Means peripheral devices requesting for data bus or address bus. Having received a hold request, the microprocessor releases the use of the buses as soon as the current machine cycle is completed. Internal processing may continue. The processor again or get back the bus after the removal of hold signal. Means hold is only a request for address or data buses from the peripheral devices. Next pin is HLDA, that is hold acknowledgement. It is a signal for hold acknowledgement. A HLDA output indicates to a peripheral that a hold request has been received and that the microprocessor will relinquish control of buses in the next clock cycle. After the removal of hold request, HLDA goes low. Next is clock out. The whole circuitry is synchronized with this clock. The speed of the system also depends on the clock frequency. means speed is depend on clock frequency that you set. Next is reset in. When the signal on this pin goes low, the program counter is set to 000H. The buses are tri-stated. What is mean by tri-state? Means tri-state means three states that are logic 0, logic 1 and high impedance states. In high impedance state, the pin neither connected to supply and nor connected to ground. Hence, impedance at this pin is very high with respect to supply as well as ground. Impedance means electrical resistance. Some pins in 8085 have three states. In high impedance state, the pin is disconnected from internal circuit of microprocessor electronically but not physically. In this state, the processor is disconnected from bus. And the buses in microprocessor 8085 buses are tri-stated. And microprocessor unit is held in reset condition as long as reset is applied. It also resets interrupt, enable and HLDA flip-flop. Next is a ready state, ready pin. It is an input signal used by the microprocessor to sense whether a peripheral is ready to transfer data or not. Means this signal is used only to check whether the peripheral device is ready for transfer data or not. Means sometimes some peripheral devices are slow. They require more time to send data or accept data. At this time, a ready signal used to check whether the device is ready or not. This signal is used to delay the microprocessor until a slow responding peripheral is ready to send data or accept data. Means it only delay microprocessor up to device is ready for sending or accepting data. Next is input output or memory pin. It is a status signal, indicates whether the address bus is for input output device or for memory. When this pin goes high, the address on address bus referring IO device means input output device, and when it goes low, the address on the address bus referring memory. It is a tri-stated during hold and halt pin or during hold and halt state. Next is S1 and S0. These are status signals sent by microprocessor to distinguish the various operations or type of machine cycle in progress. Means it only indicates what type of operation performed in a microprocessor 8085. Suppose S1 and S0 both are 00, then it's a halt operation. If S1 is 0 and S0 is 1, then it's a write operation. In case S1 is 1 and S0 is 0, then it's a read operation. If both are 1 1, then it's a fetch operation. So next pin is read, RD, that is read. This is a read control signal This is active low signal. The signal indicates that selected input output or memory device is to be read and data is available on a data bus. It is also tri-stated during hold and halt state. Next pin is WR, that is write. This is a write control signal. This is also active low signal. This signal indicates that the data on data bus are to be written into selected memory or input output locations. It is also tri-stated during hold and halt state. Next pin is ALE, that is address latch enable. It is a one special output signal generated by microprocessor to indicate beginning of the operation. Means it only indicates the beginning of operation. It is a positive going pulse generated during first clock cycle of machine state, and it indicates that the bits on AD7 to AD0 are address bits. This signal enables the lower 8 bit of the address from the multiplex bus to latch into external flip-flop or peripheral devices. After AD0 to AD7 changes over to data bus, and this address latch enable, that is ALE pin, is never tri-stated. Next pins 20 from 28 sorry from 10 21 to 28, that are address pins or address lines. From A8 to A15 and from A0 to A7. 8085 has total 16 address lines. The most significant bits from A8 to A15 of address bus are separate, but least significant bits, that are from A0 to A7, are multiplex with, means these all the 7 address lines are multiplex with the bits of bidirectional data bus, that are D0 to D7 multiplex with data buses. The 8 signal lines from A8 to A15, which are unidirectional and used as the high order address bus. Used as high order and used as low order. Next are 8 is from pin 12 to 20 are multiple address or data bus. The signal lines from AD0 to AD7 are bidirectional. They serve as dual purpose. They are used as the low order address bus as well as the data bus. Means they work as a both as address bus and work as a data bus. In executing an instruction during the earlier part of the cycle, these lines are used as low order address bus. During a later part of the cycle, the lines are used as data bus. However, the low order address bus can be separated from these signals by using a latch. Means we can separate them by using a latch. These are bidirectional and these are unidirectional. Next is INTA. INTA is an abbreviation for interrupt acknowledgement. A low on INTA indicates that the processor has acknowledged an INTR interrupt. Next pin is INTR. INTR is a level triggered maskable interrupt request input signal. Means it's a maskable interrupt request input signal. This is a general purpose interrupt with lowest priority. When interrupt signal is given on this line, the microprocessor executes interrupt acknowledge cycle to read interrupt information from interrupting device. When this arises, program counter does not increment its contents. The INTR is enabled or disabled by the software. Next pins are RST 5.5, RST 6.5 and RST 7.5. These pins are for interrupt or for interrupt handle. In 8085 there are 5 interrupt pin. RST 7.5, that is a restart interrupt. These signals are a restart signal. This signal is used to interrupt the microprocessor. When an interrupt is recognized, the next instruction is executed from unfixed location. It is a maskable interrupt. They cause an internal restart to be automatically inset. Trap. This signal is used to interrupt the microprocessor. It has the highest priority among interrupts. When an interrupt is recognized, the next instruction is executed from the fixed location in the memory, that is 0024H. It is a non-maskable interrupt. It is unaffected by any interrupt, enable or mask. Next pin is SOD, that is serial output data. It is a data line for serial output. The 7th bit of my accumulator is outputted on SOD line when instruction is executed. The SOD line eliminates the need for an output port in the software. Control serial input output. The next pin is reset out. This pin indicates that the microprocessor unit is being reset. It is connected to peripheral to reset them when microprocessor is reset. Mean this pin is connected to the devices. When microprocessor unit is reset, then it resets the devices that are connected to microprocessor. Next are X1 and X2. X1 and X2 are connected to an external crystal or an RC network, which drives an internal circuitry of the microprocessor. It produces a suitable dock for the operation of microprocessor. The frequency is internally divided by 2. Therefore, the crystal should operate twice the operating frequency. Now, this is pin diagram of microprocessor 805.